And good afternoon. This is Coach Big Pete of DeepDishFootball.com. We report it is time now for another conference preview as we get into the 2018 season. And this conference is the big dog conference, West Suburban Conference. Again, and I say this in all the previews. I forgot to say it the last preview. Predictions, previews, or I'll say predictions and all that mean absolutely crap. You have to play the game. And again, in high school football, anything can happen at any time. Anybody can have a good season. Anybody can have a bad season. What is up, and what is down is down. And again, if you have a good season, a bunch of seniors on a team, that usually proves well, especially on the offensive line and the defensive line. If you have a junior quarterback, and as we've seen the more of the future now, is that a junior quarterback actually has a lot more better luck than a senior quarterback, especially in IHSA football, and especially in the larger school conferences. So let's get started. And in the West Suburban Conference, I have top dog and a sleeper. And I'll go through some of the players too. My two top dogs in the West Suburban Silver are Glenbard. I actually have a 3-horse race in the Silver. Glenbard West, Hinsdale Central, and OPRF. My sleeper is Lyons Township. And I say that because I know the big thing is that Ben Bryant, he graduated, and everyone's a little bit off on Lyons Township, but I think Lyons Township is going to be good this season. Don't sleep on Lyons Township High School. Okay, for DGN, again, new head coach, Harini. I think they're going to have a good year. I don't think they're going to have I think they're just going to get used to Coach Harini, but it's a good, talented team. Passarelli, Castens at linebacker, Cody Baker at quarterback is definitely a guy that you want to watch, especially going into Harini's system. York High School, of course, Coach Fitzgerald, the biggest hire in the state of Illinois. Josiah Scott, Zane Heemsworth, Matheson at guard. 3 guys you want to keep a close eye out for. Glenbard West, they look good. Marky Winters, Twycon Cox, and offensive lineman Knees is definitely another player you want to keep an eye out for. Player that you want to keep an eye out for. And Glenbard West always plays that tough physical football that always does a great job against other teams, especially when you go against teams that aren't used to going against that type of offense. Glenbard West holds it over their competition. OPRF, talented team. Wide receiver Brown, defensive end Ruffin, Shelton, and there's another guy I'm forgetting about. I just did the thing with him, did an interview with him. He's a hell of a defensive back, but they have a great talented team at OPRF. Looks a little bit like it was 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. That team that OPRF have. They've got a great group of talented. They got a nice young quarterback, junior quarterback to keep an eye out for. So OPRF is good. Proviso West, Bury at defensive back, Robinson and Walker, players that you want to keep an eye out for. Hinsdale Central. Again, Hartman, like I said numerous times, he produces great offenses, and they have another great offensive line, and his ability to bring players back into that position, new players in the position, is a great job. Quarterback rush, he's gonna have a big season. Monahan, their offensive lineman, Kelly, and they have a great athlete in Skona, who's a wide receiver, running back, mostly running back. He's got a bunch of D1 offers, but keep an eye out for those players at Hinsdale Central. Lyons Township, J.J. Dudden, quarterback, defensive back, Harrison Willis, Emmett Crushing, and Tyrone Smith are the players that you want to keep an eye out for. Again, like I said, Lyons Township is a sleeper, I believe, a huge sleeper. A lot of people, while Brian graduate, they have the talent, and I think J.J. Dudden actually fits that offense more than Ben Bryant did. And it's going to be an interesting season for Lyons Township to look at. But, as I said, OPRF, Glenbard West, and Hinsdale Central, DGN, and York. There's new coaches. It's going to take a little bit of time, but not that much. But they've got a great shot at making the playoffs. For the gold, my top dog is Hinsdale Central. For my sleeper, I have Downers Grove South. I think Downers Grove South can have a good season this season. Willowbrook, Golson, Deontay Holiday is a young player you want to keep an eye out for. Willowbrook's actually got a great group of wide receivers when they do that run shoot offense. Willowbrook is definitely a team that you want to keep a very good close eye on. They've got a great chance of going back to the playoffs again. Proviso East, Latique Hunt, wide receiver, keep an eye out for. Leiden, Jason Kemp, and Kyler Britton, if I'm not mistaken. DGS, Tyler Bashera, kicker DB, great kicker, in fact. Sean Lee, another player you want to keep an eye out for, too. DGS, Robbie Khalil, defensive back. DGS has a great team. Again, it'll be interesting after those first three games to see where they are at that point. Hinsdale South is unbelievable. They have an unbelievable coaching staff. Adding former head coach, Coach Wander, who stepped down from Downers Grove North, who's now a linebackers coach at Hinsdale South with Barry, Hanson, all those coaches. They do a great job. So Hinsdale South looks great with Marquise Garrett, Terrell Marquise. Hopefully I didn't mispronounce that name. He is a great defensive back. Definitely a kid you want to keep an eye out for. For Morden, you have Antonio Harris and Isaac Gardalahera at defensive back. Addison Trail, you have Jake Zabrowski at offensive lineman, and Vince Dundum at the skill. I think at the skill spot. Addison Trail again is another team that you could also put up in the sleeper. Look too. Addison Trail looks good. Looks good this year too. Good group of wide receivers too at Addison Trail. I know they graduated their running back, their top dog running back, but Addison Trail actually can't get into the playoffs this year. But again, favorite Hinsdale South. I have as my top dog. Sleeper DGS. Keep an eye out for Addison Trail. Willowbrook could do some damage in the playoffs if they get into the playoffs. And West Suburban Conference, actually, the silver looks a little bit stronger than the gold, to be honest with you. But it's going to be interesting in a couple of years when you look at York High School, Downers Grove North High School. Those are going to be two interesting teams to definitely take a look at. What else? Willowbrook, also keep an eye out for next year too. This year and next year, Willowbrook is going to be very good in these coming years. They were good before, but they're going to be even better. You definitely want to keep a very good close eye out for it. DGS, like I said, if DGS gets into the playoffs, watch out. They've got a great group of players. They got Provancio and a wide receiver too. He's another guy to keep an eye out for too. But it's going to be interesting here in the West Suburban Conference. Definitely is. So, should be interesting. Be sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. If you like my work, feel free to go to the link on the bottom to leave a tip for my work via PayPal. Thank you so much. Hopefully I can see one of these games. Remember, you can nominate your game for Deep Dish Football Game of the Week every Saturday at 10 a.m. starting week 2. Nominate it, get people to nominate it, then get people to vote for it, and get it as it goes against 3 other games, and that will be the Deep Dish Football Game of the Week. Good luck to everyone in the season. Have a safe season, and hopefully you guys do great. Have a great season, like I said before. So thank you so much, and have a lovely day.